Bonjour! Today, we are going to learn how to conjugate the first group of verbs ending with ER. You have to understand that in French, there are three different groups of verbs. You have the ER group, you have the IR group. These two verbs are known as regular verbs. And you have the rest of the verbs like the OIR, RE verbs, and lots more. These verbs are known as irregular verbs. Today, I'm going to teach you how to conjugate the verbs in present tense. Only the first group, verbs which end with ER. When we say regular verb, it means that we are talking about the infinitive regular verb which ends with ER. What is infinitive? It is the verb which you have not conjugated. It means that it is not changed in any form. In English, it means the root verb. And in Malay, it is known as kata kerja teras. For example, in English, you have to speak, to like, to prefer. In French, we do not have to at the front, but instead we have the endings. For example, endings with ER, IR, OIR, RE, and lots more. Let's concentrate on ER verb, which is the first group. So, all the verbs which end with ER except for aller, A-L-L-E-R, are regular verbs. Why it is important to know that the verb is either regular or irregular? This is because when the verb is regular, it means that this group of verbs is conjugated in the same way. Same way. How do we conjugate the first group of verbs which end with ER to a present tense? This is what you need to do. We are going to use the verb danser as example. The infinitive verb is danser and it ends with ER. And that tells us it is the regular verb of the first group. Once you know that, you need to drop or to delete the ER of the infinitive. And you will end up getting only dans, D-A-N-S. And you will always need to follow this special ending or pattern for group end with ER. For je, you have E. Tu, you have ES. Il and L, you have E. Nous, you have ONS. Vous, you have EZ. And il and L, you have ENT. This ending that we have just seen are the endings or pattern for present tense for the first group which ends with ER. But you are going to ask, what is the present tense here? Well, basically, we just learned how to say I dance. This is what we are doing at the moment. So you have I dance, you dance, he, she dances, we dance, you dance, and they dance. Please remember that we do not have I am dancing in French like English. French use the simplest form of present tense, which is I dance. And in French, it is je danse. Again, the first step is to take out the ER from infinitive. And next, put the pattern of endings that we have just learned. So here, we have je danse with E, tu danses with ES, il, elle danse with E, nous dansons with ONS, vous dansez with EZ, and il, elle danse with ENT. Now, how to pronounce? When the words end with E, ES, and ENT, normally it is silent. That is why you have je danse, tu danses, il, elle danse, and il, elle danse. And the endings are silent. And for words which end with ER and EZ, it is pronounced as A. For example, danser. You have vous dansez. So these two are the same. Now, why don't we take one example from the book? We take the infinitive of aimer. Aimer means to like or to love. We want to say we like, so we is nous in French. The next step is to drop or delete the ER. Delete the ER. Next, you take whatever it is left, which is M, A-I-M. What you need to do next is you take the pattern or the endings of verb ER, which is ONS for nous, and put it next to M, A-I-M. Now, you have nous aimons. It means we like or we love. To practice, you have a list of new French verbs, and you can try to conjugate it on your own to reinforce what you have learned. Another important reminder is that please take note that when the pronoun je, which is I in English, when used in front of verbs beginning with a vowel A, E, I, O, U, or a silent H, it becomes J apostrophe. For example, j'aime instead of je aime, it becomes j'aime, J apostrophe A-I-M-E. Another example is je adore becomes j'adore. Et voilà. This is the simplest and the best explanation that I can provide for you. Hopefully you will be able to practice conjugation at home, and bon courage et à la prochaine.